Welcome to video 16 in our van build series. Today we're going to tackle curtains or window coverings, both for insulation and privacy. Now neither Dwayne nor I are seamstresses, so we don't expect this to turn out very well, but we will be completely transparent and share with you what we did, what worked, what didn't, and what we would do different. A lot.
We do a lot different. Here we're making a window template out of scrap paper for 2 back windows.
This is a template of the back window, exactly on the, I guess it's the inside dimension.
So the glass goes to right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then there's the metal edge, so any of this edge will be a magnet.
Okay.
So I created 4 panels of the Reflectix. I haven't trimmed this to the outside, the bottom, the curve.
Okay.
And I did them an inch shorter, just to give me some breathing room. Like that. Here.
Okay.
And it's going to just create a panel.
Okay. And then how does this get sewn together?
Well, a lot of people glue it with the, it's called bias tape edging. I don't have any of that yet. I don't have any magnets yet. But
What holds the magnets in?
they just glued it in, but we can sew it in or glue them.
Okay. But you're saying 1/2 inch is enough then? Because you're not using this to fold over. You're using
An edge to
an
make it look
edge.
nice,
Okay.
yeah.
I get it. What?
You're not making a space shuttle. Oh my God. Okay, here we are dry fitting the window covering at the back. We've got 3 layers of material and Reflectix in the middle, and the panels are sewn in. And we're just dry fitting. We're going to put the magnets, 3 at the top, 1 in each panel on the side.
Okay.
And we're going to put them probably a little bit on the inside so we can pull the magnets out and make it nice and tight.
Oh, I like that.
And then we've got kind of a strapping finish, and the webbing that we bought was too stiff and not wide enough, so I ended up making a strip of material and just sewing the edge in.
Okay, and so you're making your own strapping, or your own edging, I guess it would be called.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting the placement of the magnets, and then when we get back to the house, we have to figure out polarity or something?
We do have to figure out polarity because we're going to be able to fold these down and keep it just halfway up if we want to let some light in. So it's going to be pretty important to have the magnets
attracting each other.
Right way.
Gotcha. Cool. Like that. That's going to go like that.
I wouldn't do this again. I would hang up a curtain.
Yeah, we had some trouble, but the biggest challenge, of course, was making it look pretty with the magnets in place, right?
Just this whole process that I don't think, making it look pretty was pretty difficult. Hopefully, it's not for lack of trying, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. But we're not sewing people.
Well, I don't think it's the sewing. I think it's the layers. It's well, the material phrase, the edging. We weren't happy with that. What we bought. It was very good stuff.
Now you made this edging, correct?
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, but it looks good. Okay.
And of course, the windows aren't square.
let's see what happens. Take it out of here and place it, which is right there. By placing the magnet upside down next to its permanent location, I was able to spray both the fabric and the magnet at the same time. You let the adhesive dry for at least 1 minute before mating the two parts. I used a steel bar as an edge, aligned to pencil marks not visible on camera. I then placed the reflectix up against the bar to ensure accurate placement. With the top magnets holding the fabric securely, I stretched the material out to place the remaining magnets, both on the bottom and the sides. With the magnets adhered to the bottom, we continued with the placement of the reflectix. No surprise here, we did one panel at a time and it worked out great. Okay, so we want it these two to catch together. So when this folds down, we pull this up and we want to put it at the top of this one, we want to put it at the bottom of that one, like that. So I need to put, check it again, yep, okay. So we've put down this steel bar to get the magnets to grab onto it, and that, I think, is going to allow us to keep a very nice straight edge when we start bringing the fabric down. So I'm thinking that we spray just maybe one panel at a time and very slowly work it down. This is going to stay flat. Even this is helping, I think, keep things flat. Are you okay with this approach? That's missing. So that's the one. So the adhesive, the sticker stuff, is not worth, it's just grab the magnet, we'll stick it on. We don't have to get it right now, but grab the, yeah. Let's just make sure everybody else knows that. This is the magnet adhesive to hold stuff in place. It sort of works. I would not recommend it over this. This stuff holds it, so. Oh, that works. That worked. I just applied pressure. That's pretty good. Hold it up, don't let it come down. I'm just going to start working from the inside out. No surprise here, we did one panel at a time and it worked out great. It's going to look good. Like, maybe better than what it should, because we really don't know what we're doing.
Holding the sliding door window cover.
Okay, cool. So all we have left to do is the edges?
We have left to do the edges. Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
That's awesome.
And then we can pull it up. Pretty cool?
Very cool. What worked, what didn't, and what we would do different? A lot.
A lot different, yeah.
A lot different.
We'd do a lot different.
We would do a lot different.
Yeah, all three window coverings completely cover the intended windows, both for privacy and to keep out heat. So, perfect. What else worked?
The spray glue worked. The room darkening curtains that I chose as the base worked.
Okay, I put down, we both learned a lot about sewing. Okay, what did you like about the spray glue? That 90, the 90 worked well. It'll stick anything.
Watching you work with it was really great.
Okay, I put down, we were able to align the magnets' polarity to get them to stick together. We figured that out. It actually worked. What else do you have that worked?
Yeah, we figured that out. That was you. The reflectix material worked well. It was easy to cut, it was easy to shape.
And that came from Home Depot, I think. So that was good. I said we didn't fight much. It was easier than doing taxes.
We didn't fight because I whined until you mostly did it.
I put down 2 of our 3 windows work exactly as planned.
2 of our windows?
2 of our 3 windows work exactly as planned. i.e. they cover plus they fold and stay. What do you have?
For successes?
Yeah, for successes.
The project ultimately worked.
I put down the panels that we glued in instead of sewed, kept the fabric really tight and looked the best, i.e. the sliding door I think is the best looking one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it has the edging that ultimately was hard to work with.
Yeah. Okay, so what didn't work?
Sewing with magnets doesn't work. Because the as soon as you got close to a magnet, the sewing machine needle was attracted to it.
I put down neither of us know how to sew.
Yeah. It wasn't a normal little material. I had 3 layers of curtain sometimes plus the edge, so there was a lot of things to think about for a novice sewer.
Okay, how about the magnets are fragile and sometimes they broke?
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah. I put down on the back windows, we used some lighter color fabric that showed all of the glue. Do you remember that?
I'm trying to forget some of that.
And then that didn't work. But rather than tossing out that botched start, we just added more fabric to cover it up. And the end product was too heavy for the magnets to hold up. So it sort of works. Unless you close the door, then it falls off, that third one.
I think we could glue more magnets on.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
It wouldn't be pretty, but it would work.
Yeah, so sometimes when you slam the door, like the one in the back, the window shade pops off because it's so much fabric and not enough magnets. Where the side window, it works. So
and that was our first one, which is still surprising.
Yeah, that was good. So the other thing we're talking about that doesn't work, one of our 3 windows doesn't fold and hold its position, and that's the fat one, the last one.
Is not like
and
the others.
I'm not overly proud of anything that we did.
No, it's definitely not up to your work ethic and standard.
Do you have anything else that doesn't work?
Nope.
What would you do different?
I would get you to do them all.
I put down, I would glue all the panels like we did on the sliding door. We glued those down. That one turned out the best. There was no sewing at all until we got to the edges, and then we kind of sewed and we kind of glued and whatever. Mm-hmm. I also would leave the magnets off until the very end. In other words, I would glue all the panels in place, and then I would do what you did, where you sewed that, you made your own edging or whatever out of the same fabric, and I think that was the way to go. And then I would sew all that on. Then I would decide where the magnets have to go, and I'd use hot glue just like we did to put them in place, and then just put little fabric pouches or something that just go over top of them with the edges, I don't know what that term is, folded over. A tab, okay. Yeah, like a little tab, and then just hot glue those in, and that way we're eliminating the whole sewing and magnet problem. What else would you do?
I think if you did panels that did not fold, it would be easier, because some people just did straight big panels. So you would just glue in the magnets around the edge, and you didn't worry about them connecting or repelling each other.
But we're already using it exactly as planned. Like the other night we were sleeping in it, we folded it down 1 or 2, and the side one for sure. So I like the folding. It's because you can just let a little bit of light in or privacy. So what else? What are we talking about? What would you do different? What else?
The edging and the trim was definitely the biggest factor. I did like the strapping that we used. It was 4 inches, I think. It was hard to find.
I thought that was too thick, that stuff.
It looked good though.
Oh.
Looked good. But we sewed it and it was hard. The edging that I made just was inferior looking, but more manageable.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I would rethink the edging and or the trim, and if you could afford it, I'd buy it.
My last bullet was, if you can find something for under 150 bucks, buy it. So there's our tips on what worked and what didn't work and what we do different.